Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to discuss how the now weekly dividends from YieldMax affect my portfolio, how they impact it. So let's go over both accounts that I normally show, and let's see if they've changed anything as far as what Schwab shows for the distribution. First, let's go over recent dividends in the account. So I'm getting, this is the Roth IRA, XDTE, QDTE, weekly dividends. Just got one for Beto on the 10th. Got SQY, and then Misty. Misty's fastly going to become like a top pair for sure. And then Coney, QDTE, XDTE, some Jippy, QQQY for this month, and then an Intel qualified dividend. And if we go look at the main account really quick over here, we also got QDTE, XDTE, Microsoft, SQY, Coney, Misty. We're getting some fat dividends for these, and then a big one for Tesla, QDTE, XDTE, and then that's what we've got so far for September. So now let's go look at the income tab over here from Schwab. So it's been glitchy. It's showing 53,000 for the year over here. It's been rather glitchy lately. The numbers, I believe, are artificially low. Um, August, of course, was our best month, over 5,000. September, we've gotten most of the dividends that are going to come in for this month, 4,300 in dividends, and then it's saying estimated remaining for the rest of the year. It's got it in the low $4,000 range. So I think it would actually most likely be higher than this. There's still some data missing from some of these accounts. And then as far as the actual portfolio, let me review over here. I did sell some of my NVIDIA shares, and then I bought back in actually, and the stock is going back up again, which is nice. So Chipotle, AT&T, NVIDIA. So AT&T pays 633, NVIDIA pays a whole $4. There's High Tie, SFM, JP Morgan pays 96.60. I've pared down that position significantly. There's Palantir, Manulife pays 126, and then Dollar General, Intel, so on. And then the key portion of the portfolio here. So remaining income for the year 2024, Tesla is our top one, of course, and we're at 8,000 remaining for the end of the year because we're kind of getting down to the last 4 months of the year, or 3.5 months of the year. Coney's dividend is still not showing. This data has been unavailable for weeks now. Someone should honestly call Schwab and ask what they're doing because this should have been fixed by now. Seems like somebody's like not doing their job. So anyway, there is Tesla's dividend, SQY clip, Misty, QYLD, and I'm probably going to pair up some of these others. Um, I'm holding the bag on Tesla, but I'm going to, like I said, slowly pair up on some of these others. TNA, QYLD, and then JEPI. Now, I believe Defiance had a very similar um, weekly dividend announcement as well. We'll cover that pretty soon. So FEPI is 710.90. There's XDTE, QDTE 372 there, 569 there, QQQY 2,339, 168, 416 over here for YMAG. Alti is getting close to a reverse split. I should ask Jay again, why Alti no go up, right? And then there's Beto. And then so this is the bulk of the dividend portion here. I've got some calls on TNA. I've still got some of these that I need to. I actually took some NVIDIA positions here. NVDL, NVIDIA. These are down actually. And then the high tide ones are probably just going to collapse on me, unfortunately. That was kind of a, shall we say, a botched trade. Okay, let's see over here. We've got the real Adam Arrington. Says thoughts on RDTE. I think it's going to be a good one. I'll definitely start covering it, when it pays out its first dividend. Um, but definitely, I think, it's going to be, I think small caps are really due for a run up. And I think if we see the run up, we're going to see some, really solid dividends for sure. But back to this. So we have, where is my screen that I'm sharing? Over here. Okay. So we have this. And what I'm trying to see, what Schwab doesn't show me, is the frequency. It's just showing me annual, unless I go to more. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So this is what I want to show you all. At some point, dividend frequency is going to change on some of these. Keep in mind that, like for Tesla, so you can click this. Look, it shows the distribution percentage, 83%. Current price, quantity, shows all this information here and what it has in both accounts. So that's the combined. Um, so there we go with that, 83% there for total yield. SQY is a 60.8% yield. It's still showing monthly for that one. Coney, we have like no information on it, unfortunately, but it still does say monthly. MSTY, we've got monthly 73.7%. I mean, these are high yields on paper. These are very impressive. But I mean, we know the whole story. Let's see for JEPI, 55.4%. I mean, if these could sustain their NAV, these could be like a dream. XTTE is showing distribution yield of 12.1%. I've actually not looked at this tab before, but I need to look at it more. 19.7% here. This is like year to date, I want to say, because I feel like this is actually way higher if you think about it, because I track in the spreadsheet, which I go over every Wednesday, and it's actually way, way higher. So what I want to check here is if they changed. Nope, they haven't updated it yet. So the impact, we can't accurately sum up the impact yet because they haven't changed these from monthly to weekly yet. Darn, I thought they had. Well, once they do, we'll be able to actually do the video on, how the actual weekly impact. Let's see, because the Russell typically has higher volatility than the Nasdaq, it may have comparable or even slightly better yield than QDTE. That's a really good answer. And speaking of volatility, you'll see it, where you'll think it's going to be on like a run up, and then all of a sudden it does run up for like a month or two, and then it just drops again. To his point, the volatility. Um, so as we saw with XDTE and QDTE in the last month or so, when they have when we have really high volatility in the market, these two funds pay higher. In fact, much higher. Like if you look at July and August, some of those weeks it was way higher. But anyway, and then we've got a happy Friday from Health and Wealth. So that was all I wanted to cover in that one. Um, it's not showing, the frequency as weekly yet, so that hasn't been adjusted. But in the long run, I mean, our overall dividends could end up being higher. And as a final reminder, let me go back to the email Jay sent us yesterday, which this is public information by now. But I just want to go over again. I am on Schwab actually by default. I'm not a huge fan of it, but let me share. Let me share this. This is the email here, and this is the new distribution payout dates. So for YMAX, YMAG, and Ulti, still September 18th with a pay date of September 20th. YMAX and YMAG are here, and you see some fund is going to be paying a dividend weekly. We got Group A, B, C, and D, and 4-week staggered payment. So they're still monthly. But if you own, like in Group A, if you own one fund in each bucket, you're going to be getting weekly income from these. So that's that. So with that being said, let's see. Lagger it is, if you say so. It's not weekly payouts for any YMAX fund other than YMAX and YMAG. So I'm not saying it is. I'm saying the way they've staggered it. If you own, they've changed the dates and they've come up with tier A, B, C, and D. So if you own funds in each of the tiers, you're going to be getting some kind of weekly income. That's all I'm saying. So, and I just want to or I'll keep the calendar up here for you all for a little while longer here. So there's the distribution groups by ticker. um, and there's this. Lots of good disclaimers there. But anyway, that is the schedule for the rest of the year. So we've actually got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 more payments for the rest of the year. So it's pretty good. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.